You know why you're here. I know why you're here, because you want to lose weight. You may be saying the same thing to yourself that I said to myself 2 years ago at 57. Really, I feel like I'm too old to lose weight at this point. My body isn't the same as it was. My metabolism isn't as fast as it was. My energy's not as high. I'm not as mobile as I used to be. I'm set in my ways and I just don't think I can part from them. Sound familiar? I'm here to tell you it's a myth. Actually, no, it's not a myth. It's an outright lie. You can lose weight, whether you're in your mid 40s or up into your 80s, popping around somewhere in between. There is no time that's too late. When I started my fitness journey 200 pounds ago, I didn't believe I could do it ever. If you had said to me, Easter, in 2 years from now, you're going to weigh 200 pounds less. You're going to feel fantastic. You're going to have energy. You're going to be confident and healthy and happy. The very depressed, morbidly obese, unhappy, sad person that I was would have said, oh, no, there's no way. Not me. I can't lose weight like that. I'm too old. I'm too fat. It's too late. I had a million excuses, and I'm sure you do too, but you're not here because of the excuses. You're here because you want to find hope. You're here because you want inspiration. You're here because you already believe somewhere inside you that you can do this, and you just want that spark of encouragement. Well, here it is. I'm telling you, you can do this. Hi there, my name is Easter. Welcome back to my channel. We focus on having a healthy body, healthy spirit, healthy mind. Join me today as we talk about the limitations you don't have because of your age. Before I started my weight loss journey back in August of 2022, which was 25 months ago, I had made every excuse in the book as to why I couldn't lose weight. I don't have a thyroid. I'm past menopause. I take antidepressants. My body doesn't burn fat as much as it used to. I don't have a lot of mobility. I can't exercise. My joints hurt too much. I don't want to give up the foods I love. How will I live without my sugar? How will I live without ice cream? I had a million reasons why I couldn't start and why I wouldn't start and why, well, maybe they could do it, but I can't. And maybe somebody else thinks I can, but I don't. And maybe one day I might have been able to do it if I hadn't gained so much weight. 200 pounds is a lot of weight to lose, and there was no way I could see up that mountain and believe that I could do it. So I started with just focusing on changing my food habits. I didn't think, oh, you've got to lose 200 pounds, you've got to lose 200 pounds, because that would have set me into a negative mindset. Instead, I focused on, well, today I'm going to drink 2 liters of water, I'm going to have my 3 healthy meals, and I'm going to get through today. I focused on, why is it that I turn to food every time I'm upset? Why is it that I turn to food every time something stresses me? Why is it that I turn to food every time I feel bad or angry or sad or happy? I just turned to food all the time. It was my go-to, from habit to emotional eating to binge eating to comfort eating. I did it all. And I had every reason in the world not to believe in myself. But you know what? I believed in myself enough to say, let's start this. And I did. So don't think about the big picture. Focus on taking the first step forward. And I think your first steps should look like this. Number 1, making the decision. Making the decision was actually the hardest part for me. So make the decision. And when you have that 75%, I'm going to do this, that's enough. Just grab onto that. Then you go through your cupboards and you get rid of the crap. Then you make a healthy eating plan for the week. Then you go shopping and you buy only the things on your menu. Then you eat what's on your menu and you don't go outside of it, and you don't run to McDonald's to pick up something because you're so used to having so much more. The hunger pangs will go away. drink lots of water. Making that decision and making your food plan and going grocery shopping is a great place to start. Then the next thing I did was join an online community, and that was a great decision. That might not look like the right answer for you, but I encourage you to build a network of people who can support you. It's true, when we're a little bit older, our metabolism is not as quick as it was when we were in our 20s, and our body doesn't get back into shape as quickly as it did when we were in our 20s. But that's no reason not to start. Anything can be a reason not to start. So if you're just looking for reasons, you're always going to find one not to start. How about you look for the reasons to start and just do it? Despite my age, I did lose the weight. Despite my age, I carried a thread of hope to get healthier because of my grandkids, and that was enough to push me forward. And when I lost that first 10 pounds the first month at the age of 57, without a thyroid, with menopause, taking antidepressants, having autoimmune diseases, being immobile, I hadn't incorporated exercise yet, I was floored. I was like, what? I got off the scale. I got back on it. I shook my head. I thought, what the heck? That can't be possible. Then the next month, because I was only weighing once a month, because I thought I'd be so upset if I weighed myself all the time, I decided to only weigh myself once a month. I got back on the scale the second month, and I was like, oh my gosh, how is it even possible? I've lost 20 pounds in 2 months. I'm not telling you you're going to lose 20 pounds in 2 months because your metabolism is different. Everybody's body will drop the weight differently. And I did a very severe change to my diet. It's not that I did an unhealthy change because I've never restricted myself. I've never starved myself since going on this eating plan. But I eliminated that sugar. I eliminated the flour. I ate healthy foods without second and third portions, without making excuses for more to eat 10 times a day. I didn't have my morning 12 cookies. I didn't have my mid-morning snack. I didn't have my double portions at lunch. I didn't have 2 lunches. I didn't have my snack in the afternoon. I didn't have my 3 portions at dinner time. Then I didn't have my bowl of popcorn in the evening. And then I didn't have my bowl of ice cream before bed, because who can go to bed without a bowl of ice cream? I can. And I know you're not too old to sit down with a pen and paper and make an eating plan. I know you're not too old to sit down and make yourself a menu for the week. Go on Pinterest. It's loaded with fantastic, fantastic recipes. I love Mediterranean dishes. All these things that you know need to come out of your diet. I don't have to tell you. You know. Just take it out. Stop having it. You will notice the difference so soon. It will floor you. So let's talk about movement. When you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it gets harder with each passing decade to get mobile. I was 57, but I hadn't been moving for years. It had been about 5 years since I'd gotten myself moving around at all. And I was shocked with myself because I'd always been somebody with a lot of energy and a lot of pep. But no, I sat here on my bed, alone, sad, depressed, making excuses, making reasons, never thinking, oh my gosh, what are you going to do about your health? You've got a heart disease. Are you not going to do something? Didn't even cross my mind. My daughter came to me every other day. Oh, Mom, you should try this or you should try that. Didn't even faze me because I had no reason. I was happy being miserable. Are you happy being miserable? Because my miserable was actually really miserable, and I wasn't happy at all, to be quite honest with you. And if you sit there and you tell me, but Easter, food is my only friend. It's the only thing I have to go to. That's not true. I felt the same way. I turned to food for everything. Food was my answer to feeling depressed and sad about being so big and depressed and sad. Crazy, isn't it? I ate with every emotion that crossed my mind and my heart and my spirit. So the thought of not having that food, especially the sweets, was terrifying to me. So when you say, it's the only thing I have, I hear you. I do. But I'm going to tell you, as time goes along, other things you can implement in your life that will give you just as much joy, a different joy, a healthy joy, one that you're actually going to gain joy from doing and keep joyful. Because let's face it, when you're more mature and you're gobbling down the calories, it's not only that you're gobbling them down and thinking, oh, I've just eaten 4,000 calories today. You also have in the back of your mind how much harder it is to burn now than it used to be 20 years ago. So it's a lose-lose situation. You're feeling bad, so you eat, and you feel worse because you ate. So you eat more because you feel bad, then you feel worse. It's crazy. It's insanity at its worst. And you don't have to stay in that place. Let's talk about mobility a little bit. I was immobile for several years. I didn't know where to start. I made attempts to start doing a little something. So that little something to me looked like chair exercise routines that I couldn't get through the first few times, but I improved. It looked to me like listening to music on my bed and just moving around a little bit because I could do that. Then eventually I started my walking, which started from 2 blocks, and went all the way up to where I am today, easily walking 10 to 14 kilometers regularly. If you are where you are right now and think there's no way I can ever get my body fit again and healthy, you're wrong. There are ways of exercising that I'm going to show you in another video, actually, because I think it's important that you can see even being pretty immobile for years is not going to stop you from doing what I want to show you. So I'll try to get that out within the next week or so. The point is to get your body moving, and your body is like a plant. It's sitting there and waiting for you to nurture it and water it and give it nutrition, and it's going to perk up and come to life, and your muscles are going to start to rejuvenate. Your blood circulation will improve. Your blood pressure is going to lower. Everything is going to feel better. You start small, you build on it little by little, and next thing you know, you're going to be walking a couple of kilometers or a mile or 2 miles. Next thing you know, you're going to be dancing for 20 minutes. Put that music on and dance. As you walk through the house, have music on. You know, a couple of weeks ago, my son came in the kitchen and he looked at me and he said, "Mom, you're having way too much fun." And I thought to myself, oh, how embarrassing, because I was dancing away. And I mean, I was really dancing as I made dinner. I just bopped back and forth, and I enjoy it so much. And because of what dancing does, it puts your mood in a better place. It gets your body moving. You're actually lifting yourself up and putting yourself in a better place. Do it. It's a fantastic way to start. Now that we've talked about how good it is for your body, how good it is for your mind, how good it is for your spirit, what's your excuse now? I bet you don't have one anymore. You're here for inspiration. You're here for motivation. You're here because you have a little bit of hope. So I'm going to tell you, you're here for a reason. Make today the day you make the decision and start. Put your age down in the comments. Let me know how old you are and that you're making the commitment to bless yourself and start today. If this video has resonated with you, drop me a like, leave a comment, and ask any questions you may have. So stay tuned because I have a lot on the way to help you on your weight loss journey.